This is a complicated sole ulcer on a cow's hoof, and it's exactly what we're trying to avoid by doing this. This is the Hoof GP, and in this video I'll explain the differences between what you see and what I see. This is the standard foot. It's not the standard foot on this YouTube channel. You see the lamest of the lame cows. You see, I trim around 17 or 18,000 cows per year, and out of all of those cows, in general, you guys only get to see around 60 or 70 of them. This is what I see 90 to 95% of the time. Cow's feet which just need a little bit of attention, a bit of a polish up, a reshape and a rebalance in order to avoid the lameness that you guys see on this channel in general. This is the exact type of foot that we are trimming day in, day out. And these two feet are from cows which we trimmed today, 60 of which in fact, and only a few of them had very small and minor problems. This is the very definition of routine hoof trimming, and it's what you guys probably don't really want to see. This is the lifeblood of our industry, saving cows from ever going lame in the first place. Farmers right across the world do this to their cows 2 or 3 times a year in order to avoid the problems that you guys see regularly showcased on this channel. And sometimes I worry about that you guys may think it's the norm, when in fact it's anything but it. This is a complicated sole ulcer, and it's come about through imbalance and the cow walking on concrete. You can actually see the marks from the farmer where he's tried to fix it himself, but unfortunately he didn't have my green glue and his block fell off. So she's back in for us to look after her and hopefully set her right on the path to recovery. It's probably obvious to you, and it's certainly obvious to me, that this lesion is wide open and she definitely needs a block, which is why I've cleaned off that inner claw, to make sure we can get a block on as soon as we possibly can, to give the glue the best possible chance of lasting the duration. Once that's in place, we move on to the sole ulcer itself. We call it complicated because it's being attacked by digital dermatitis, although right now I can't actually tell you that. I just know that it's an open lesion in desperate need of attention. From time to time on this channel, you do see some incredibly lame cows, and more often than not there's a story behind it. The farmers we work for care for these cows on a huge scale. It's not just a case of, oh well, never mind, we'll move on to the next one. These cows are here to make their livelihood, and the better they care for the cows, the better the cows will care for them. So even if they were that way inclined, it simply wouldn't make any business sense not to care for them as much as they possibly can. But sometimes things happen out of the control of farmers. Sometimes misjudgment is to blame. But one thing I can assure you is that if the farmers didn't care for these cows, then I wouldn't be videoing them in the first place. Because if farmers didn't care for their cows at all, they'd never bother to phone me.